Tempt me not, Satan! Hi there, I'm Roux, and welcome to another episode of Am I the Asshole?, where we read people's stories on Reddit where they genuinely wonder, are they the asshole? And we will give them the judgment if they are or not. Let the judging begin. Tempt me not, Satan! Am I the asshole for getting angry at my sister because she refused to share a bed with my girlfriend? My, 28 male, parents own a beach house. We stayed there for a couple of days to celebrate the 4th of July. The house has 2 bedrooms. My parents stayed in one. The other room was for me, my girlfriend of 1 year, 32 female, my brother, 34 male, and my little sister, 23 female. The room has 2 double beds. After dinner, I took a walk with my girlfriend. When we got back to the room, my brother and sister were on one bed. He was sleeping and she was playing with her Switch. I asked her nicely if she could stay on the other bed beside my girlfriend so I could stay beside my brother. She said no. We grew up in a Catholic family. This means no sex before marriage, and I would rather not sleep on the same bed as my girlfriend to avoid temptation. So I was hoping my sister would understand. I tried to explain to her, but she got progressively more annoyed. She was so noisy that she woke up my brother, who asked what the problem was. I explained to him too, but he sided with my sister. My brother said I had 2 choices. 1, I could suck it up and sleep beside my girlfriend, which might lead to something more happening, or 2, I could sleep on the couch. I was hurt that they couldn't understand where I was coming from, but ended up sleeping on the couch. The next day, my girlfriend told me that she was sad that it seemed like my sister didn't like her. My sister didn't talk to my girlfriend the whole night. She only talked to our brother. I confronted my sister about this and she told me to fuck off. This made me angry because I was just trying to have a conversation with her. I tried telling her she needs to be more respectful. She stormed off. Now she, my brother, and even my mom are angry at me. Am I the asshole? Yes. What kind of grown man thinks that lying next to your girlfriend means that your penis is magically going to go into her vagina? Like, seriously, in the same room as your siblings? What the fuck is wrong with you? What kind of pervert are you? What the hell? Anyone who thinks that anything should, could, or would happen sexually when they're in the same room as their family members, holy shit, you need therapy. What the fuck? Next! Get out, Grandma! Eat! Am I the asshole for kicking my parents out of our house in the middle of a pandemic? Background. When I started dating my husband, dear husband, 6 years ago, he was a single dad to a 1-year-old who we'll call Ella, now 7. Her bio mom is not involved at all. Long story. I met her when she was 2, when the relationship was serious, and married when she was 3. To her, I've always been mom, and to me, she's my daughter, who I love more than anyone else. Ella has been glued to my side ever since, and I honestly love being a mom. The issue. Dear husband owns a beach house a couple of hours outside of the city we live in. Due to the pandemic, we decided to stay there because there'd be more space and he can work from home anyway. I'm also 6 months pregnant. Dear husband, being the sweetheart that he is, invited my parents to stay with us since we had a lot of room and they lived in a small 1-bedroom apartment in the city. He also said that I could use the company because he is still very busy with work. My parents aren't that close to Ella yet, so dear husband and I thought this could be an opportunity for them to bond with her. Things were pretty okay for the first few months. My dad slowly started playing with Ella, but my mom hasn't really tried, and instead fixates on my pregnancy. It all came to a head a few days ago when Ella ran down the beach where I was reading. I asked my dad to watch her. She was crying hysterically, holding onto me tightly and begging me not to leave her. I was confused and asked her what was wrong. She said Grandma told her that once the baby was born, I'd love the baby a lot more than her, and that I'd slowly abandon her because she was just my stepchild and not really mine. Guys, I saw red. Once Ella started to calm down, I left her with dear husband, who took a break from work, no questions asked. God, this guy is a mason. And I proceeded to rip my mom a new one. I called her every name I could think of. Dear husband's office is soundproof, 'cause Ella can be loud herself. She then accused my stepdaughter of lying about the whole thing. And that was it for me. I told them to fuck off and to pack their bags. Dad tried to calm me down, but I told him that no one had the right to insult my daughter in her own home. Dad kinda understood and started packing while Mom just cried and begged me to think about it. They've since left and I've gotten a ton of messages from them, my siblings, aunt and uncles. I blocked them all. I've since alternated from comforting my daughter, who still cries about it, to being comforted by my husband, who has yet to say a single bad thing about my parents despite of what happened. Seriously, this guy is an absolute godsend. I've calmed down since and unblocked my sister, who I'm really close with, and she told me that while she understood where I was coming from, it was still an asshole move to kick my parents out in the middle of a pandemic. My daughter is my priority though, so I feel like I made the right choice. But was I the asshole for kicking my parents out? No. Even if she doesn't understand that you can love a child just as much even though they're not biologically related, she should care enough about the biological grandchild to not want to set up a mean stepsister situation, like a mean half-sister kind of thing. There's something wrong with the grandma in this situation, holy shit. Next!
Mr. and Mrs. Holier Than Thou.
Am I the asshole? My friend uninvited me to her wedding since I have kids out of wedlock. I told her I don't think we can be friends any longer. Me and my friend are both 25, and she is like a sister to me. We come from a very religious area. My friend and I have known each other since middle school. I am no longer practicing any religion and am pretty indifferent overall to faith. My friend is still a believer, but not overly so. But her fiancé, who she's been dating for 3 years, is. His family is extremely mega Catholic. Her fiancé by himself is pretty normal, somehow. But from the limited times I've met his family and some of his friends, they're very, very Christian. I don't have an issue with this. You can worship whatever God you want, as long as it doesn't hurt others, in my opinion. They've been engaged for a little under a year and hope to get married in December. They're not having bridesmaids or groomsmen at all, just guests. And I was so excited for her big day and to support her. Neither of us have any sisters, so we're both the closest the other has to one. My friend pulled me aside this past weekend and told me that I wouldn't be able to go to the ceremony, which is a traditional Catholic one in a church. Her fiancé's parents, who are paying for almost all of the wedding, do not want anyone not baptized, no one with kids out of wedlock, no unmarried couples cohabitating, etc. I have 2 children, one I had at 18 and another at 22. They have different dads and I didn't marry either of them. My friend is close with both my kids and is an honorary auntie. She said a lot of people are being uninvited to the ceremony, but I'm still welcome to come to the reception. That's just their demands for footing the bill for everything. I was fucking pissed. I'm used to being judged for being a young mom, unmarried mom, whatever, but not by a person I trusted. The fact that I'm a worthy sacrifice to appease her fanatical future father-in-law and mother-in-law into liking her made me sick. I told her I won't be going to the wedding at all. Reception be damned. If she actually cares what her shit in-laws think that much, she can go spend her big day with them, alone. I admit I lost my cool, and she cried and said it wasn't her choice, but she couldn't change their minds. I told her she was a hypocrite. She and her fiancé have definitely slept together already, and if she's really choosing money for a single day over me, my kids, who she claims to love, and several of her other friends, then I don't even know who she is anymore. She pretty much begged me to reconsider, but I told her I respected myself and my children too much for that. It's been a few days and I feel kind of bad, and from what I've heard of our friend group, a few other people who were asked not to attend the ceremony also decided not to go at all. I know it was a hard choice for her to make, but I feel like shit being judged for my kids and past choices. But she was a crying mess the last time we spoke. Am I the asshole? No? I hate hypocrites. They can go fuck themselves. It's like they only care about it being a sin if you have like tangible proof. You say that they've definitely slept together, yet her parents are like,
no one who's cohabitating and not being married, and no one with children out of wedlock.
Are they also going to say no one who's divorced? maybe the parents are divorced. That would be delicious. The hypocrisy would be so delicious if the parents were divorced and remarried. The parents who are so are so fanatical. Oh, typical too. It would be so typical. No, cut that bitch off. If her day being really fancy and fabulous and the money means more than her friends, then she can have that happy day to herself and the rest of her life, for all I care. Those people are not worth having as friends. Next! Nazi? Am I the asshole for saying that my friend's girlfriend isn't welcome at my place anymore because she asked me if I was a Nazi? So recently I, female 26, friends and I had a small get-together at my place. My friend Julian, 27, started dating Anna, 24, around 4 months ago, and this was the first time we met her. I'm from Germany, but moved to the US for work. Dinner went well, everybody liked her, and we had a good time. Afterwards, we were playing cards, when Anna asked me where I was from, because of my accent, I guess. So I told her, and she asked me,
so, are you a Nazi then?
I don't know whether she thought this was funny or whether she's just ignorant or dumb. Of course I said no, but she kept going.
Aren't all Germans Nazis?
Julian was mortified and everyone else was in disbelief. I kicked them out and told Julian that his girlfriend wasn't welcome at my place anymore. He called me the next day saying that he had talked with Anna and she promised him that she wouldn't make such remarks anymore. I haven't changed my mind, and he's now calling me the asshole because I'm basically excluding him from the group as well because he won't hang out with us if she can't come along. Now with COVID going on, we mostly chill at my place, so we haven't seen both of them for a month now. My other friends think that I might want to talk to them again, but I don't know. Am I the asshole here? No? It's such a dumb American thing. Like, I'm not saying all Americans, but like the dumb ones, to think that all Germans are Nazis and that all Nazis were German. From a person who comes from a country, Norway, where the Nazis to be afraid of were the ones who were Norwegian, who could infiltrate groups and kill people, you know. Let me tell you, not all of the soldiers who came here were Nazis. They were just forced to be in a war they didn't want to be in. Germany is not proud of the Nazi history. Not all Germans were Nazis. It was basically just one tyrant and his buddies full of psychopaths. And then they were just like, if you don't go along with this, we're going to kill you. And that's like so long ago. So long ago. To say that every German person is a Nazi is so disgusting. And the fact that she's just like, she's gonna agree not to say it anymore makes me think that she still thinks it and believes it, but she's just not gonna say it, which just makes her even seem like more bad. Like, oh my god, can't even speak words, I'm so annoyed. Julian chose to stick his pee-pee in crazy, and he has to live with the consequences. If that's loss of friends, that's it. That's it for this time. I hope you had a wonderful time and that you have a wonderful day and a wonderful week and wonderful everything. Give yourself a hug from me. If you enjoyed the video, do share it, like it, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And come back for more next Friday. And every day I post real talk videos, so if you like those, come back for that too. And on Wednesdays soon, I'm going to be posting true crime. Thank you so much to my wonderful patrons, Capra, Medallia Nevurska, Cami, and Ellie. What do you think about my judgments? Do you think I was right? What do you think about the stories themselves? Do comment below.